But I did want to explain a little bit more about the Mazda. I realized I never told you guys anything. I just told you that it was sold. So it was literally the most profit I've ever made on a car. So very stoked about it. Welcome back to another episode of Bro Premier, guys. If you're new to the channel, we've been working on my 2003 Ford Explorer that I revealed in the last episode that I've been hanging on to probably since as far back as the Cobalt videos. So basically, if you don't know yet, this is going to be the new tow machine for the channel. I've been wanting to get some harder kind of cars to work on, something to kind of push my boundaries and make me uncomfortable just so I can get better. And this is going to help me do that. Now, in the last episode, we started constructing the toolbox, but really to get this thing going, we need to install a new catalytic converter. It did come in the mail. I do have it. Unfortunately, the company who sent it to me, there's supposed to be a Y pipe that goes to the right cat, and they just put a straight pipe. So I'm gonna have to cut and weld that. So I'll probably do that a little later. I'm running out of time today. So I think for right now, what we're gonna do is actually work and finish up the toolbox. It's almost there. I do have to put the supports for the fold down tailgate of it. Just a bunch of little pieces I have to just button up. So that's what we're gonna do for now. Let's get at it. So the time lapse you just watched was over the course of at least 3 days. The first day, I had to quit a little early. I tried to buy a $2,000 flip. Still wasn't worth it. I wouldn't have paid $1,000 for the car. So I had to pass on that one. The second day, it started raining. And the third day, just took the whole day. It wiped me out. I'm completely beat from doing this thing. But overall, I am happy with it. There was some changes. I had planned to make some magnets in here to hold tools, but I screwed up because originally I was going to have two of these little gullies, one on each side, and then I thought, oh, it'd be smarter just to do one big one and keep everything to the left. That took away my chance to do magnets on both sides, but then I realized how short this was because I kind of changed the math on this whole thing. That doesn't even make sense to put magnets there. So this is what I sorted out all last night. Came out pretty good. I still want to do some things. I want to get smaller wrench holders that kind of like squish them together, like just basically become like that thick of all wrenches standing up. So I want to get a couple of those. That'll save me a lot of space. And then I have to get a couple more of these little runners for the sockets because I ran out of a few. There's still a couple things that are just kind of laying around. But overall, guys, I mean, I'm stoked with how it came out. Now, Today's project, I'm hoping to get done today. Today's already Saturday. It's been a long week, but I want to do the catalytic converter on this thing. So I got it in the mail. The only bad news is since I paid half price, I didn't get it fully done. The guys who shipped it out through Rock Auto never welded in the Y pipe. So I'm going to have to cut out a hole for the Y pipe, weld it in, and then just make sure it's all measured up and that it all lines up. But first what I'm going to do right now is take out the old one so I can figure out what kind of parts and bolts I need to mount the new one. Let's get at it. All right, so it is about 10:30 right now. The last scene that I think you saw there, I was trying to put the catalytic converter to the exhaust manifold, and those bolts or those studs that came out of the exhaust manifold looked really good when I first took it apart, and upon trying to put them in, I stripped them out. So it took me up until like right now to realize that I had stripped them out. So that was probably like 2 hours of trying to finagle that thing on. So I'm sorry, unfortunately I'm at the end of the episode here. If I'm gonna get this out by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for you guys, I'm gonna be up till like 4 a.m. So I have to cut it. But I did want to explain a little bit more about the Mazda. I realized I never told you guys anything. I just told you that it was sold. So I got the Mazda for 800 bucks. I put maybe 200 at max into it, so about $1,000 into it, and I sold it for $4,200. So I made $3,200 on the Mazda. It was literally the most profit I've ever made on a car, so very stoked about it. Also guys, I realize I have not gotten a flip yet. I am definitely trying, and I'm gonna have to find something by next week just to keep paying bills. So there will definitely be a flip coming next week. I don't know what it's gonna be. I have my eyes on some things, but we'll just find out. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it. It's time to wrap up. I'm gonna start editing right now. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Later, guys.